I didn't lose my friends. I lost my usefulness. And once I stopped being useful, they disappeared. For years, I thought I had a strong circle. Group chats that never went quiet. Weekend barbecues. Birthday dinners. Game nights. I was always invited. I was always included. I was always needed. But the day I said no for the first time, everything changed. My name is Ash. I'm 42 years old, and this is the story of how I realized I was never loved. I was just convenient. Welcome to Good Stories Today, your channel for emotional and inspiring stories. Listen while you drive, work, or simply seek inspiration. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next videos. Disclaimer: this video contains AI-generated content for educational and entertainment purposes. This is my story, the story of what happened when I stopped being the guy who always said yes and discovered who I actually was underneath all that usefulness. Chapter 1: The Reliable One. I was the dependable guy, the one everyone called when they needed something. Need help moving? Call Ash. Need a ride from the airport at midnight? Ash will do it. Sink broken? Resume needs reviewing? Need to borrow money until payday? Ash. 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 And I never complained. I never said it was too much or too late or too inconvenient. Because helping people made me feel like I mattered. It gave me identity, purpose, value. At least that's what I told myself. My phone rang constantly. Ash, 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 do you mind? And I always answered. Always said yes, always showed up. Because saying yes meant belonging, or so I thought. I had a core group, 7 guys I'd known for years. We'd gone to college together, started our careers around the same time, went through breakups, marriages, kids, promotions. We had a group chat called The Brotherhood, and it was active, daily, sometimes hourly, memes, plans, check-ins. I felt connected, seen, part of something. There was Marcus, the loud one, always had a story. Jamie, the gym rat, constantly posting workout videos. Derek, married with 3 kids, always stressed. Tyler, the single guy still living like we were in college. Ben, the quiet one who only spoke when he had something important to say. Chris, the steady one, oldest of the group. And Mark, the joker, never took anything seriously. And then there was me, Ash, the reliable one. I hosted poker nights at my place every other Friday. I'd buy the beer, make food, set everything up, spend 3 hours getting the house ready, making sure everything was perfect, and everyone would show up, eat, drink, play cards, talk, and at the end of the night, they'd all leave. And I'd clean up alone, pizza boxes, beer bottles, poker chips everywhere. But I didn't mind. Because they came. They always came. And that felt like friendship. I remember one night Derek pulled me aside. Man, thanks for always hosting. I don't know how you do it. It's nothing. No, seriously, you're like the glue, you know? This wouldn't happen without you. And I remember feeling proud of that. Being the glue, being necessary. But looking back now, I wonder, was I the glue? Or was I just the venue? Looking back, I see it differently now. But at the time, I couldn't see what I was really doing. I was buying connection, with favors, with availability, with convenience. I was making myself indispensable, because I was terrified that if I stopped being useful, nobody would have a reason to stay. I learned this pattern young. My dad left when I was 8, just left. No explanation, no goodbye. And my mom, she fell apart. So I became the man of the house. At 8 years old, I made myself useful, helpful, easy, because I thought if I was good enough, helpful enough, useful enough, he'd come back. He never did. But the pattern stuck. Be useful, be needed, be indispensable, and people will love you. Or at least, they'll stay. Chapter 2: The Break. It happened on a Tuesday afternoon in March. I'd been working at the same tech company for 12 years. Senior project manager, good salary, benefits, stability. It wasn't my dream job, but it was solid. until my boss called me into his office at 3 p.m. Her face said it all before she even opened her mouth. "Ash, we need to talk. Budget cuts, restructuring, position eliminated, 12 years, gone. They gave me 2 weeks severance for every year worked. 24 weeks, 6 months of pay. It should have felt like a cushion, but it felt like falling. Because my job wasn't just income, it was identity. It was the answer to, what do you do? It was proof that I had value. And now it was gone. I walked out of that building at 4:30 p.m. carrying a cardboard box with my desk plant, some framed photos, and a coffee mug. Drove home in silence, sat in my driveway for 20 minutes, and then I went inside and just sat. I didn't call anyone, didn't post anything, didn't reach out. I just sat there, alone, trying to process what just happened. That night around 8 p.m., my phone buzzed. The Brotherhood group chat. "Poker night Friday at Ash's place. Who's bringing whiskey this time? Ash, you got us covered on food, right?" I stared at those messages. For the first time in years, I didn't feel like hosting. I didn't feel like smiling. I didn't feel like pretending everything was fine. My hands hovered over the keyboard, and then I typed something I'd never typed before. "Can't this week, not up for it." 3 dots appeared immediately, then disappeared, then appeared again. "Everything okay? Don't bail, man. Come on, we're counting on you." I could feel the pressure through the screen, the expectation, the assumption that I'd give in, that I'd say yes, that I'd make it work. Because that's what Ash does. Ash always makes it work. But this time, I didn't. I just said, "No, sorry." The chat went quiet. Nobody asked why. Nobody said, "What's wrong?" Nobody called. They just moved on. 10 minutes later, "Okay, Mark's place then?" "Yeah, I can host. Come at 7. And that was it. They replaced me in 10 minutes and kept going, like I was never essential at all. Chapter 3, The Silence. The first week after I said no, I waited. For someone to check in. For someone to ask what was going on. For someone to notice that something was off. But nobody did. The group chat kept buzzing. Plans were made. Jokes were shared. Life continued. But my name stopped coming up. I wasn't tagged. I wasn't asked. I wasn't included. It wasn't hostile. It wasn't personal. It was just absent. Like I'd faded into the background. I told myself it was temporary. They were busy. I was busy. Life happens. But then 2 weeks went by, and the only time my phone rang was when someone needed something. Marcus called on a Thursday. "Hey man, random question. You still have that ladder?" "Not, how are you?" "Not, haven't heard from you in a while." Just, "You still have that ladder?" I paused, and something inside me shifted. "No," I said. "I don't." It was a lie. I had the ladder, but I wanted to see what would happen if I wasn't useful. "Oh, okay, no worries." Click. That was it. No follow-up, no conversation, no, "let's catch up soon." He got what he needed, or didn't, and moved on. Then Jamie texted, "Yo, can you look at my car this weekend? It's making a weird noise." I used to do that. I'm decent with cars, and I'd always said yes. But this time I said, "Can't, sorry, all good." And that was the end of it. I started keeping track. How many times someone reached out just to talk, just to see how I was doing, just to connect? 0. Every single message was a request, a favor, an ask. And the moment I stopped giving, I became invisible. Chapter 4. The Pattern. 3 weeks after I lost my job, I saw something on Instagram that gutted me. A photo. All of them. The whole group. At my house. My living room, my patio, my furniture. Someone else had hosted at my place, and nobody had invited me. It was Mark who posted it. Caption: "Brotherhood never dies." Tagged everyone, except me. They were sitting around my poker table, drinking from glasses I bought, sitting on furniture I picked out. Derek was laughing. Marcus had his arm around Tyler. Chris was mid-sentence, clearly telling a story. They looked happy, connected, complete, without me. I stared at that photo for 10 minutes, zoomed in on their faces, looked for some sign that they missed me, that something felt off without me there. But there was nothing. They looked exactly the same as they always did. I read the comments. Best night ever. We gotta do this more often. Already can't wait for next time. All of them laughing, tagging each other, reliving inside jokes. And I wasn't there. The worst part, I couldn't even be mad, because they hadn't done anything wrong. They hadn't excluded me out of spite. They just moved on, replaced me, like I was a piece of furniture they'd upgraded. I opened the group chat, scrolled back through weeks of messages, and I noticed something I'd never seen before. A pattern. 90% of my messages were, I can do that. I got you. Let me help. No problem. On my way. Done. I was never asking for anything, never sharing my struggles, never being vulnerable, never saying, I need help. I was just available. And they took that availability and mistook it for friendship. Or maybe they didn't mistake it at all. Maybe they knew exactly what it was, a transaction. I give, they take, and as long as I kept giving, they'd keep taking. I thought about all the times I'd helped them. Helped Marcus move, twice. Drove to the airport to pick up Jamie at 2 a.m. when his flight got delayed. Lent Derek $500 when his kid needed braces. Spent a weekend fixing Tyler's car. Reviewed Ben's resume 4 different times. Let Mark crash at my place for a week when his wife kicked him out. Listened to Chris complain about his job for hours. And what did they do for me? I tried to remember. One time Chris brought pizza when I was sick. That was it. That was the only time I could remember any of them going out of their way for me, and I'd excused it. They're busy. They have families. I don't need much. But the truth was simpler. They never offered because I never asked. And I never asked because I was afraid of the answer. That night I sat alone in my living room. No messages, no calls, no plans. The house that used to feel full now felt empty. The couch where 7 guys used to sit now held only me. And I asked myself a question I'd been avoiding. If I stopped giving, who would stay? And the answer terrified me. Nobody. Chapter 5. The hard question. I started replaying every friendship I had, not just the brotherhood, everyone. And I realized something brutal. I had trained people to see me as a solution, not a person. I was the strong one, the reliable one, the stable one, the guy who had it together, who didn't need help, who could handle anything. But I never let anyone see the other side, the tired one, the anxious one, the scared one, because I thought being vulnerable would make me replaceable. But apparently, so did being useful. I thought about my ex-girlfriend, Lisa. We dated for 3 years, and when we broke up, she said something I didn't understand at the time. Ash, I never felt like I knew you. You were always taking care of me, but you never let me take care of you. I thought that was a good thing. I thought being low maintenance made me a better partner. But what she was really saying was, you never let me in. You never needed me. And that made me feel like I didn't matter to you. I'd done the same thing with everyone. I'd built walls around my needs and called it strength. But really, it was fear. Fear that if people saw the real me, the messy, struggling, imperfect me, they'd leave. So I gave them a version they could use. And they did. I sat there in the dark, phone in my hand, and thought, how many of these people actually know me? How many of them know what I'm afraid of, what I dream about? What keeps me up at night? None of them, because I never told them, and they never asked. Chapter 6. The experiment. So I did something radical. I stopped initiating, stopped checking in first, stopped offering help, stopped fixing things, stopped performing. I just waited to see who would reach out, who would notice, who would care. Weeks passed. The group chat stayed active, but I was a ghost in it. Nobody tagged me. Nobody asked where I'd been. The silence was deafening. Then, 5 weeks after I lost my job, my phone rang. Chris, one of the guys from the Brotherhood. We'd known each other since sophomore year of college. Hey man, haven't seen you around. You good? I almost gave my usual answer. Yeah, all good. But I didn't. Actually, no, I'm not. Silence. You want to grab coffee? Yeah, I do. We met the next day at a cafe downtown. I showed up prepared to keep it surface level. But when he asked how I was doing, I told the truth. I told him I lost my job, that I'd been struggling, that I felt invisible, that I wasn't okay, and for the first time in years, I let someone see me. He didn't offer solutions, didn't try to fix it. He just listened. And when I was done, he said something that hit me harder than anything else. Man, I always thought you didn't need anyone. You were always so together. I figured you had it all figured out. I don't. Yeah, I see that now. I wish you'd told me sooner. Would it have mattered? He thought about that. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But I would have tried. That conversation changed something. Not everything, but something. Because it showed me that maybe I wasn't just a victim in this story. Maybe I'd built the cage I was sitting in. By never asking for help. By never being vulnerable. By never letting anyone see that I needed them too. Chapter 7. Redefining worth. I started rebuilding. Not my career, not yet, my identity. I got a part-time job at a bookstore, minimum wage, no prestige. But it gave me something to do, somewhere to be, structure. I scaled back my lifestyle, sold my car and got a cheaper one, cut subscriptions I didn't need, and something unexpected happened. Peace. Because I wasn't performing anymore. I wasn't trying to prove anything to anyone. I was just existing. And that felt like freedom. The people who disappeared, I let them go. The group chat still exists. I'm still in it. But I don't contribute anymore, and nobody notices. Because I was never really part of the conversation. I was just the backdrop. But Chris stayed. We meet for coffee once a week now, and we talk. Really talk about real things, hard things, scary things, and it's the best friendship I've ever had because it's not based on what I can give him, it's based on who we are. I also reconnected with Lisa, not romantically, but as friends. I apologized for never letting her in, and she told me something I needed to hear. Ash, you're not valuable because you're useful, you're valuable because you exist. That sentence broke something open in me. Because I'd spent my entire life trying to earn my place, earn love, earn friendship, earn belonging, by being useful, by being needed, by being convenient. But the people who loved me for that were never loving me at all. Conclusion. You are not a tool if you're the reliable one, the strong one, the always available one. Let me tell you something I wish someone had told me earlier. You are not valuable because you are useful. You are valuable because you exist. And the people who only stay when you give were never staying for you. Losing my job was the worst thing that happened to me, but it was also the best, because it forced me to stop performing, to stop being the guy everyone needed, and to start being the guy I actually am. Messy, imperfect, sometimes struggling, but real. Sometimes losing people is clarity, sometimes silence is revelation, and sometimes saying no is the most powerful thing you'll ever say, because it shows you who stays, and who was only there for what you could give. I don't have as many friends now, but the ones I have, they're real. They know me, the actual me, and they're still here, not because I'm useful, but because I'm me. And that's enough. This is Good Stories Today, your channel for emotional and inspiring stories. If this story resonated with you, I'd love for you to subscribe. I share stories like this every week. Honest human stories about identity, worth, and what happens when we stop performing and start living. Thanks for listening. And remember, The people who disappear when you stop giving make space for the ones who actually matter. See you in the next story.